to infinity and beyond!
You're floating.
Am I floating? Some of the streams. Joe, you're down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Joe Russ, dishwasher and salad boy at the wine mill.
Hi, my name is Jesse, cashier clerk at Giant Eagle. I've been studying cosmology for about 2 weeks now, so I think I have a pretty good grip on the whole idea of multiverses.
Hi, my name is Kelly Polly, and I'm an astronaut for NASA at Cape Canaveral in Florida.
Hi, my name is Jill Acquire, and my current profession is serving and lifeguarding, which is seasonal.
The definition of a multiverse is an infinite realm of potential universes. While thinking of multiverses, it's also important to think of possible realms of current and new dimensions. There's a total of 10 currently known dimensions. When thinking about multiverses, it's important to know that the 9th dimension consists of all possible worlds and laws of physics, and the 10th dimension consists of all possibilities of different dimensions. Any dimension past the 10th is not only currently unprovable, but is also incomprehensible. The concept of a multiverse consists of not only one universe, but multiple ones. From the article 5 Reasons We May Live in a Multiverse, the universe we live in may not be the only one out there. In fact, our universe could be just one of infinite numbers of universes making up a multiverse. Though the concept may stretch credulity, there's good physics behind it, and there's not just one way to get to a multiverse. Numerous physics theories independently point to such a conclusion. In fact, some experts think the existence of hidden universes is more likely than not. This article talks about 5 different kinds of possible universes. They might be hard to wrap a mind around, but they could be possible. An infinite universe is based off a universe that consists of multiple universes of different versions of life, and might as well could be almost the exact same as your life, or could be dramatically different. The universe is so gigantic that it would be hard to discover this finding. The next universe the article discusses is the bubble universe. The universe is based off the idea that universes could have different spontaneous symmetry breaking, which have different properties and could be different physically as well. This universe contains eternal inflation within it. A parallel universe could hover just out of our reach from our own. Different dimensions could be just afloat in a higher dimensional space. A theory or myth of parallel universes is that parallel universes could actually collide with one another, creating a big bang that resets a universe over and over. A daughter universe goes over the idea that an identical universe to yours may exist, but not just a few universes of possible outcomes could exist, but rather all of them. The last universe the article discusses is the mathematical universe. This universe consists of the idea that math may be a fundamental truth to this universe, or if we are just creating math as we go to understand the world. If multiverses were to exist, how exactly would we know? And what exactly would it mean for humanity? Although these possible multiverses are far from science fact, it does make good theories of unknown infinities. In the article, How Would Humans Know If They Lived in a Multiverse, written by Tanya Lewis. She discusses how the Big Bang could be just one of many Big Bangs, and that we are just a cosmic bubble in a sea of many other bubbles. It is certainly a colorful idea that is currently out of our reach of certainty. But along with the idea of these many universes, if actually possible, what does this mean for us? Brian Greene, a theoretical physicist and author at Columbia University in New York, has an idea. In quotes, "Scientific equations describe the particles that make up all matter, including humans," Greene said, while more complex structures arise that have no relevance to a single particle, temperature, for instance. Everything still has a fundamental microphysical underpinning, he said. That means free will is merely a human sensation, not actual control. When I move my teapot, that sensation is absolutely real, Greene said, but that's all it is. It's a sensation. If multiverses were to be discovered, this would mean that there would most likely be no change to us. The universes would be real, and varieties of ourselves would be very real. But this does not determine who you are in your current dimension. The only way a multiverse could affect us is psychologically, and that is an individual choice of acceptance.
The anthropic principle states, because humans exist, we must observe a universe consistent with our existence. This being said, feelings we experience and matter we come into contact with have to exist. It's similar to the theory that dreams that an individual have must be stemmed from experiences we once had or objects that we came into contact with. The mind cannot just make up stuff. Somewhere out in the universe, we did come into contact with that thing that reappeared in our dream. The debate between one universe or multiverses will most likely never end until observable evidence is uncovered. Some multiverse theorists claim that other universes besides our own are in a different space-time framework. Therefore, it is difficult to imagine or discover one. A point on Earth could be extremely close to another universe, yet it is simply unknown. A person comes into contact with another universe and is able to enter it. This is sometimes what people assume happens to a loved one that simply vanished, or planes that have simply flown off the grid. In the Twilight Zone episode Little Girl Lost, it exemplifies the idea that other universes could be very close to our own.
Tina, take my hand. Crystal. My hand, honey. Take a hold of it. Here. Here.
Tina! Oh, it's
She's fine.
Oh, I gotta get her out of this room.
We can dig deep down into what makes up our universe to help us uncover separate universes. Electrons, proposing that there are unseeable ones to humans, is one example. Strong anthropic principle states that the universe must have those properties which allow life to develop within it at some stage in its history. And this explains what materials exist to allow our universe to exist. There are factors that keep each organism alive. Examples are hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and all other chemicals and properties. And so without those, how could other universes survive? It is understandable why astrophysicists and other scientists have the urge to find life on other planets in our universe because of all of the unanswerable questions there are.
What is a multiverse and what is its significance? According to Sean Carroll, a multiverse is the idea that the thing we call the universe is just one of an infinite number of regions in a much larger universe of universes, or multiverse. Practically, the universe we know is just one of many other multiverses and dimensions. The idea of multiverses was greatly influenced by a cosmologist named Giordano Bruno. He studied this topic in the 1600s and was executed in the year 1600 for coming up with the theory that the stars were like the sun we have, and that they support other planets and the life on them. Bruno inspired modern-day cosmologists to study the possibility of multiverses and how they impact us today. Many cosmologists call different universes pocket universes. This means that conditions are fairly uniform within any region, but vary greatly from region to region. This means that there can be a universe similar to ours, but there is a slight chemical change that can change the rules of chemistry and biology entirely. There is also an idea about how the universe keeps expanding. According to Sean Carroll, the idea is that immediately after the Big Bang, the universe was trapped in a state called a false vacuum, in which empty space was filled with an incredible amount of energy. The false vacuum can decay in some places, and in others it won't decay. This leads to a never-ending process of a small region growing, and then 90% of it converts to the radiation and matter, while the other 10% grows to a bigger size. This cycle repeats forever, leading to the idea of inflation.
Picture a bubble bath. Now think of all the small bubbles that are held within this bath. Imagine every bubble in this bath as its own universe. This is how Dr. Michio Kaku describes the infinite amount of multiverses and how they interact with each other within the 11th dimensional hyperspace. With this theory, every bubble has its own beginning, in this case, a big bang, and these universes are constantly being created at an infinite rate. With the infinite amount of universes, this means that there are an infinite amount of possibilities that could happen. This means we now think of each of these universes have their own constant and their own parameters. The physics in the universes can be very different or very similar to one another solely because of the infinite amount of possibilities.
Bum 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 bum. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum 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 bum. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Bum bum bum. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, bum 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 bum. Don't have nobody to call my own. Bum 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 bum. Please turn on